Hi, Mr. Lewis and my friends. We are Team Hungry, and this pre-production plan is presented by Kwan Ji Yan, Yi Ziyun, Lim Hui Tong, and me, Kokilam. So, just a quick recap for all of you. Our group's client is Tealive, and the product we have chosen is their add-on Tealive Plus, which contains 4 flavors, and each flavor has their own features and benefits. So, first up, we will show you our latest version of storyboard and the project status update for TV promo. Okay, now I will briefly explain the storyboard. So the background music we have chosen for our TV promo is upbeat drums and percussion background music for typography. And now I will explain the video details. As you can see in shot 1, we will introduce the product name and add a water droplets splashing motion with a splash sound effect. And then the transition into shot 2 is water filling up and followed by our slogan, topping up, building up. Later on in shot 3, we will use a swoosh sound effect and bring in the 4 sachets of products sliding in from left and right. And starting from shot 4 to shot 7, we will present each flavors individually and show their benefits with related icons. And each transition is a slide up, and the sound effect will be different just according to the icon. And from shot 8 to shot 10, to once again emphasize that our slogan, topping up, building up, we will insert a character that looks very weak in the beginning, along with a battery low icon. And then the Tealive Plus will stack up and increase more and more, and the battery level will increase gradually, and the character will grow more stronger and happier. So this can show the topping up. By topping up the Tealive Plus, a person can grow stronger like the character. And the promo ends with a call to action. We will ask our target audience to add 1 to your Tealive, and we will show the price, which is RM1.95. And the whole TV promo will take 45 seconds. And next, talking about the project status update, so we have made some changes after we read the given feedback from Mr. Lewis. So to make the promo more lively and more playful to approach our target audience, which is aged 18 to 25, so we added some water motion splashing graphic, and then we use water filling up the screen to make the promo looks more playful and cheerful. Okay, then in shot 4 to shot 7, because the older version looks boring, so we rearrange the layout and make it like any Tealive drink plus our product Tealive Plus will equals to the benefits you gain. Okay, next. So once again, we want to make the promo looks approachable to our target audience. We will add a character that looks weak in the beginning, but becomes stronger after topping up our Tealive Plus. So this can show the power of Tealive Plus. And for the last shot 11, we want to just focus on our Tealive Plus, so we remove the drinks. Okay, next. Besides modifying the storyboard, we also make some changes. We added detailed description for audio effects and the background music. And as mentioned in the feedback from Mr. Lewis, we should have 1 SMP only. So we have chosen topping up, building up. Okay, and our way of appeal is rational appeal, and it may look too formal and boring for our target audience. So we added for TV promo, we added a character to exaggerate his performance after consuming Tealive Plus, as shown as just now. So this is to make it looks more fun. Okay, that's all for TV promo. Now GM will talk about the storyboard and project status update for TV commercial.
Okay, so now I'll be explaining the second version of the TV commercial storyboard. So in scene 1 to scene 4 will be actor acting scenes. So in scene 1, the 4 cast will be holding the drinks and appear into the screen second by second. And so after they taste the drink they were holding, they were unsatisfied with it and they sighed. And then in scene 2, they will heard the doorbell ring. and there will be a voiceover asking them to try something new in scene 3. And so the Tealive Plus, which is the product, will throw against them in scene 4. And so scene 1 to scene 4 is how the actors how they met the product Tealive Plus. And so in the scene 5 to scene 9 are product shooting scenes. Close-up shots and slow-mo shot will be using in these scenes. And so scene 10 to scene 13 are showing after the actors have tried the top up Tealive Plus and show how the Tealive Plus satisfied them. And scene 14 will be showing up all of them are happy and satisfied, and the slogan stopping up building up will be showing up at last to sufficiently deliver the meaning of the TV commercial, and the last scenes will be showcasing the product package to deepen the product impression to the audience. And so the project status update for for TV commercial. So compared to the older version of storyboard, the older version scene 1 has been increased 3 more scenes to better explain the storyline when the actor first met T-Life Plus. And so the product shooting scenes has also been increased to better showcase the packaging and the product inside from different angles and views. And lastly, we have removed the scene where the product have been repeatedly poured out and changed it to the scenes that shows the effectiveness of the product. And at the same time, flavors were also mentioned and subtitles will be also added inside. And besides that, we have added details description for audio effects and background music. And after listening to Mr. Louis' opinion, only one single message will be brought out throughout the TV commercial, which is topping up, building up. And so the overall storyline is to assume that the current beverage cannot meet the needs of the consumers, but they can be satisfied by adding Tealive Plus into their beverage. And so now Hui Tong will be continue the slide.
So now I talk about crew positions. As our group only have 4 members, so there might be some repetitive. So first, our producer is Kwan Zhiyan, director is Yi Ziyun, assisted by Kok Yu Lam. And then for cinematography part, including camera operations and lighting, will be in charge by Kwan Zhiyan and Yi Ziyun. So they will be cooperating with each other on shooting. As for sound effects, including sound recording, sound designing, and sound editor, will be in charge by all of us. So basically, all of us will be discussing with each other to see whether which sound effect best suit our visuals and can express the emotions that we want to show. And then for production designer, will be Lim Hui Tong, which is me. And lastly, for editors, all of us will be the editors of TV promo and TVC because we divided into 2 parts, which is one, Hugh Lam and Hui Tong, which is me, will be in charge. Will be in charge in TV promo. Meanwhile, Zhiyan and Zhiyun will be mainly responsible for TV commercial. Next, I'll be talking about final production schedule. So we have 3 phases of production, which are pre-production, production, and post-production. So for pre-production is what we have been experiencing in the past few weeks, and we have been brainstorming and produce our storyboard, short list, shooting schedule in these past few weeks from week 8 to week 10. And then now we are ready to move on to the production phase. So this production phase will be implemented in week 11 and week 12. So at the end of week 11, which is after this presentation, we will be preparing for our shooting. So Zhen and Ziyun will be rehearsing for their product shooting in the end of week 11, and also Hui Tong will be designing all the graphics needed for TV promo. And then in week 12, they will be starting in shooting their final product shooting and also cast shooting. And for TV promo, Hugh Lam and Hui Tong will be starting in animating everything as well. And lastly, for the post-production part, after shooting, Ziyan and Jirin will have to confirm all the footage and have their first rough cut on the TV commercial in week 13. After that, we will have our first internal viewing. We will be viewing the rough cut of TV commercial and also the TV promo on 10th of July. And in this first internal viewing, we will be exchanging our suggestions and ideas to improve the commercial and promos. And then after that, TV promo will be continuing on its final editing by Hugh Lam and Hui Tong. Meanwhile, Ziyan and Ziyin will start on the second assembly cut on their TV commercial. And after that, we will have another one, which is the second internal viewing of the TV commercials. And in this viewing, we will be making sure that everything follows the plan, the storyboard that we have planned. And if there is any amendments, we will be making it perfect in the final edit. And so after everything is done, you have this very final internal viewing of the final version of TV commercials and TV promo in 17th of July, which is in week 14. And so in week 15, we will have our final screening of TV promotion and TV commercial in front of everyone. And next, I'll be talking about final line item budget. So basically, we will be using Tealive beverages, which cost 26 ringgit. As 4 of us will be buying each Tealive beverage for TV commercial. And then we will have Tealive Plus. And this, we don't have to pay for it because it is provided by our client Tealive. And the third item is lighting. So this lighting costs 50 ringgit, and for the background, it's free because it's existing. We have this already before this production. So in total, we will need 76 ringgit for the whole production for Tealive Plus. And next, I'll pass to Ziyin to talk about the list of shooting locations and set.
And now I will be presenting the shooting location and sets for TVC. Due to the situation now, for the cast scenes, we only can shoot at each member's house themselves, and for the produced scenes, for the product scenes, it will be filmed in my house. The setting will be as the picture. There will be a projector board and that place on the table with a tripod. Next, for the cast and crew section, we will be using our members to represent each of the character. I, Iziyun, will showing the effect of collagen. Hulam will be taking part of veggie fiber. Hui Tong is protein, and Jian will be antioxidants. Each cast being chosen to play their roles is because the effect of Tealive Plus are the effect that the cast need the most in current situation. And next, Vicky.
Okay, so talking about the list of production elements in TV promo, you can see we will be using motion graphics, music, sound effect, and titles in TV promo. Okay, first of all, as we will use animation for our TV promo, there will be a lot of motion graphics appear in the video, so such as water droplets splashing and wavy water filling up the screen. And okay, next, the tempo of our promo will be very fast, so it should look cheerful. And then we will use upbeat drums and percussion background music. So talking about the sound effect, we will use the sound effect depend on the motion graphics itself. And last but not least, we will use titles to introduce Tealive Plus in the very beginning, which is the short one. Okay, so now let's look at the production elements of TVC.
So the list of production elements of TV commercial, we have live action shots and product shots, and the use of music and the sound effect which consistent with our TV commercial will also included. And lastly, the slogan will be repeating showing up, which is the topping up, building up, will also be showing repeatedly in the TV commercial too. And now next.
So for equipment list, we have 5 equipment in total. First is the lighting, and second is DSLR and smartphone, as not all of us have this DSLR in our home. And the fourth one is tripod, and the fifth one is the background for product shooting. And next, for the shooting order, we have mentioned this in the final production schedule. So basically for TV promo will be shooting everything in week 12. So on Monday, which is 29th of June, we will have our first shot and our second and third shot on Tuesday. So for Wednesday to Friday, we will continue on our 4th to 7th shots. And then we will complete everything in Saturday and Sunday. So next, we will see how TV commercial arrange their shots.
For TV commercial, we will start our work at week 12, and the rehearsal for product shooting will be on 27th of June, and we will start the first product shooting on 29 and 30 of June. Then each of the member will start the cast shooting on 2 to 4 of July just as the final production schedule shown. Move over. Next, I would like to explain about the camera set up by using the shooting floor plan. As you can see, there will be 3 icons in this floor plan. Blue circle represents product, purple circle represents cast, and lately the camera symbolizes the camera. Let me start my floor plan with the easiest shooting part, which is cast shooting. For this, every member will film themselves at home by placing the camera in front of them and at the eye level. All these shoots will be using medium shot. Now, let's jump into the product shooting. In scenes 5, we will be using long shot and using art moving to film the Tealive drink in 3/4 angle. For scene 6, those Tealive Plus will be filmed in a wide shot and the camera will be tilting in front of the product. Let's move to scene 7. At first, the lens of the camera will be covered by Tealive Plus, and then it's slightly zooming out. This is a middle shot with high 3/4 angle. Scene 8 will be a close-up shot to the product itself, and the camera will be slowly dolly zoom out. This shot will be shot at the eye level. Lastly, the scene 9 will be filming at an eye level and will be just a static shot. That's all for our presentation. We appreciate your attention and thank you.